I think that when we look at what prayer is out of the mouth of God Himself, that's where we really understand what prayer is. I think a lot of the problems with prayer is people have interpreted prayer by tradition, interpreted prayer by what someone has told them, interpreted prayer by their own minds, instead of letting God define what prayer is and how to pray. When we recognize that Jesus Christ is God in the flesh, and that He literally taught us how to pray. He said, when you pray, go into your closet and shut the door. That's solitude and silence. So one of the major issues with people in their connection with God is a scattered mind. The experience of God is so rare because scattered minds are so common. So Jesus says, go away from everybody and go into the closet and shut the door. So not only are you getting away, withdrawing, as the scriptures tell us that Jesus did as well. He got up well before dark and went away to a solitary place. Get away from people and shut the door. Get the noise away. Silence and solitude, solitude and silence. So this is very important. And when people don't begin to practice this and they try to just incorporate prayers into the noise of their lives and their internal noise of their own hearts and thoughts and scatteredness, they don't touch God. But when we listen to what Jesus said and we go into the closet, we shut the door and we pray there, then we can understand, we can find an ease in prayer. The majority of your issue in prayer, or an individual's issue in prayer, is the fact that they are in the way. So they've got to get out of the way so that God can be the only thing that is seen and adored and loved. See, self-consciousness is probably the biggest obstruction to adoration, to worship, to surrender, to the heart that says, Lord, I give you everything. And it's here in this place of adoration that the wine of heaven is accessed. My dad asked me one time, what do you do in that room so long or all day long? I told him I drink wine. And that's literally the essence of prayer. Prayer is the experience of the person. See, without the presence, it's not communion. And that's just the truth. Jesus also said, when you pray, say. And I love what Michael Culiano says here. When you pray, say. First problem with a lot of people is that prayer is words. It's not words. Prayer is a state of the heart, as Henry Scougal said, or Madame Guyon said, prayer is the application of the heart unto God. So Jesus says, when you pray, then say. So the speaking comes out of prayer, but prayer is not only words. It is literally the internal intercourse with God. It's intercourse of spirit with God, as Evagrius Ponticus said. But Jesus says, when you pray, say, our Father. I think this is a very important point. That you are the son. You are a son. You are a child of God, always accepted. No matter what your state of heart is, no matter where you are in your life, you are always wanted and always accepted by God. This is a major issue. People don't come to God because they think of all the things they've done wrong and how their issues in their heart are, the things that they've done that other people have seen them do. And they're like, how can I come to God when I've got all this filth and dirt on me? But we must recognize God says, our Father. Recognize that you are wanted like a son is wanted by his father. This is point number one. And then number two, after you recognize that I'm wanted here, then hallowed be thy name. Our Father who is in heaven, hallowed be your name. You go right into worship. Not only am I wanted here, but I worship you. And these are the ways, the very beginning points of what Jesus said prayer is. Before we say, thy kingdom come and thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, we say, my Father, hallowed be your name. I worship you. And herein, I believe, my friend, is the secret to prayer. What is the secret? Adoration.